Hey guys, what's up? It's Alex or Nuzz here, and in today's video, we're going to be doing something super interesting. We're going to be stacking buffs for double drops on RuneScape 3. I know it sounds crazy, right? But it should be pretty fun, and as always, if you like videos like this, make sure to leave a like below. It helps get the video out to more people, and since 70% of you aren't subscribed, make sure you subscribe because a ton more RuneScape 3 videos are coming that you won't want to miss. Alright, let's get into this video, and I'll give you a little bit of an explanation on the title and what I'll be doing, because it sounds crazy, but it's going to be really fun. So when you hear double drops, you might think to yourself, okay, that's just not possible. How are you able to get double drops on RuneScape 3? That just sounds insane. Well, some of you may not know this, but back in the day, Jagex did something a little bit crazy. They actually enabled double boss drops before. No, I'm not joking, this is actually real. Back in 2012, Jagex released something called Wild Weekends. Now, these weekends provided a variety of different buffs and things, but one of these weekends, Jagex actually enabled double drops for a variety of different bosses in the game. These bosses included Dagonoth Things, KBD, Giant Mole, Glaciors, Barrows Brothers, all God Wars dungeon bosses like Bandos and Sarah and Armadillo, and also Nex, which were some of the best bosses to kill back then, so you could essentially get double drops. You know, if you got an Armadillo hilt, it would be doubled. It was absolutely crazy. This concept would probably cause a huge uproar today. Maybe Jagex would try to tie it to MTX or something, but back in 2012, they had a wild weekend with double drops, and guess what? They never did it again, but this was something that a lot of people don't know about, but something that I wanted to attempt to kind of find a way to recreate or give myself the best chance possible to get some sort of double drops on RuneScape 3. So I brainstormed a few ideas, looked through the wiki, and the one thing I came upon was I could use the Slayer masks as a first buff to basically get double drops. Now, these masks are obtained either from Treasure Hunter or Shattered Worlds, and you can use these at a variety of different Slayer creatures, and every 10th kill you'll get a double drop. So this is a way essentially to get double drops every 10th kill from certain monsters, but the only catch is these masks only double drops for a certain number of kills before they'll turn into a helmet and be useless and not grant that buff anymore. But there is something called the Spirit of the Battle, which can be purchased either at Shattered Worlds or Treasure Hunter, and it basically resets your mask. This means you can get the doubling effect again, which is really nice, so you can essentially, as long as you have these, keep getting the double drops every 10 kills. Now, there's a ton of masks, but I needed to figure out which ones would actually be worth using, because a lot of these are kind of useless for the double drops. You know, you don't really care for double drops from Crawling Hands or Ganodermic Beasts, but one that actually caught my eye was the Abyssal mask, which it's used for Abyssal demons, but it can actually be used at the new Abyssal Lords. And if you aren't aware, Abyssal Lords actually are a Slayer creature that drop a big time item that's bigger than a lot of boss drops, and that's the Abyssal Scourge, which sells for almost 300 mil. So getting a double one of these would be crazy. Not to mention, the Abyssal Lords also drop a ton of other nice loot to potentially be doubled. So that was my plan, to go to the Abyssal Lords and try to get that big drop, but I still needed more. I don't think the mask was enough, so I decided to do something a little crazy. So I have a lot of cash left over. I haven't spent it yet. It's been sitting in my bank gathering dust. I have almost 3 billion GP from my series, so I decided just for now I would probably sell it, but I was gonna go and try to buy a Hazelmere Signet Ring. Now, Hazelmere Signet Ring is a hero item. It was the first hero item, and basically what it does is it grants you tier 4 luck, like the luck of the dwarves, but it also gives you a chance to double a drop. Now, I'm pretty sure this chance has been confirmed as 1 in 1,000, so every 1,000 kills, the Hazelmere Signet Ring can double a drop. This could be bones, or this could be a huge drop. A lot of people have tried it out and aren't really a fan of it, but I've seen tons of people get big drops doubled from this. this. So I thought if I'm stacking these buffs, I might as well go all out. So I ended up waiting at the GE for quite a while and ended up finally being able to purchase this for 3 billion GP. So I bought the Hazelmere Signet Ring, and now we have a chance to double drops with the Hazelmere Signet Ring, and also a chance to double drops every 10 kills with our Mask of the Abyss. So now we're going to go to the Abyssal Lords with these double drop buffs. I'm going to be on task. I'm going to, skip task, get task every time so I can kill the Abyssal Lords on task, so I have the best chance of getting this Abyssal Scourge drop, which is 300 mil. Hopefully we can get some good double drops. We're going to see what the loot is, see if it's worth it, see how much money we actually make from the double drops versus, just normally. So let's go do this and see what we get. All right, so I went to Abyssal Lords and I don't have the best setup because I just spent 3 billion GP on a Hazelmere Signet Ring, so I don't have the best mage setup, but it definitely got the job done. I was pretty much able to mostly AFK. I'd have to look back every now and then, but the Abyssal Lords were, pretty fun to do. I forgot that when you kill them on a Slayer task, an Abyssal Demon task, it actually doesn't only use 1 kill per Abyssal Lord. I think it uses like 4 Abyssal Demon kills per Abyssal Lord you kill. So I had to actually go back and get more and more tasks to continue doing this. But I made sure to write down every time that I got a double drop. So every 10 kills, I would get a double drop from the Abyssal Lords. And I made sure to keep track of the Hazelmere Signet Ring procs too. So most of the time when I was getting double drops from the mask, it was things like the Abyssal Flesh. I would get some Wines of Zamrock, which actually was added up quite a bit. I guess technically, since you're getting a double drop every 10 kills, you're getting 10% more GP per hour in the long run. But as we know, with these Abyssal Lords, they actually drop the big drop, which is a Scourge. So if you get a double one of that, you're making definitely a lot more. I guess in the long run is still 10% more GP, but with the RNG factor, you could make a lot more way sooner if you happen to get that doubled. I did actually end up getting some like Crystal Triskelion keys doubled, which these drop them so much. So for elite clues and that potential loot after, these drop them so much. Look, I was actually surprised how many Crystal Triskelion keys I'm getting, because you can turn those in for a decent amount of money, and you also get an elite clue, and you can also get, some rare items too. So those aren't just worthless or anything. So we did end up getting a ton of double drops from just every 10 Abyssal Lords we killed, but we got 1 Hazelmere Signet Ring proc the entire time, and it was on the Infernal Ashes, I believe. So I'm not gonna lie, the Hazelmere Signet Ring did absolutely almost nothing. I'm sure it would double more if I did this for longer and longer, but with the proc chance being so low at like 1 in 1,000, we were lucky to even get it once. It truly seems like an item that you just buy when you have nothing else left to buy, and it's just a nice luxury just in case you could get a double drop. But the mask really carried here, and something that actually shocked me, we actually ended up getting the Abyssal Scourge drop. Now sadly this was not doubled, but we did have the chance with the ring and with every 10 kills to get this doubled, so it could have been doubled. It wasn't, but we did get this drop, which was the first time I've ever gotten this drop, and it's almost 300 mil, so I'm really happy with that. I was on task. I think I did over 200 kills here. It does say in the chat that my Hazelmere Signet Ring shined brightly, but I think that's just the tier 4 luck. I think I would have still gotten that drop if I had luck of the dwarves, but it was funny to see that. And in the chat, it actually said that I got the drop twice, kind of. I think it was a chat glitch, but it made me think that I had it doubled by the Hazelmere Signet Ring at first, so I was freaking out a little, but sadly it wasn't doubled, but we still got a huge drop here. And now we're gonna go look at the total loot and how much the double drops actually factored into this, how much extra they made us, and then also look at the total loot and just see if it's worth it. All right, so if we look at the loot here, we can basically see that the normal loot was actually pretty decent. It wasn't crazy, but I did also get a lot of Crystal Triskelion keys like I mentioned, but we got about 4.5 mil in normal loot. And then of course we got the Abyssal Scourge, which is 235 mil. I'm gonna have to try to sell it. I'm not sure if it sells for more or less. I know at one point these were going for a lot more because I believe people were using them for melee Raksha, but that is an amazing drop that I'm super happy to have gotten. But something else I wanted to look at was how much should we actually make from just the double drop. So we got 4.5 mil in normal loot, but how much of that was from the double drops? So if we go and we look at how much we made from the double drops, you can see here that it's about 450k extra. So that kind of works out to what I was saying, that 10% extra loot. We made 4.5 mil, 450k of it was from the double drops every 10 kills. It definitely adds up. Of course, it would have been a ton more if we got that Scourge doubled, but that's just RNG. So yeah, we did make an extra 10%. So I definitely say that the mask is totally worth using here. It's really, really good. You have that potential for that big double drop, and you can get a 10% extra normal loot in the long run as well. As for the Hazelmere Signet Ring, we had a grand total GP gain of 0 GP. The Hazelmere Signet Ring basically did nothing. So would I recommend going out and buying a Hazelmere Signet Ring for 3 bill to use at Abyssal Lords? No, I don't think so. But was it fun to kind of have that thought in my head that I had all these potential chances for double drops? Yes, it was fun, but the mask is much, much better here. I just wanted to add the Hazelmere Signet Ring on just so I could stack the buffs and kind of have, you know, a ton of different chances. But all in all, it was really fun to do. I thought it was kind of a fun concept, a different video idea, something fun, and it made me a good amount of money, so pretty happy with that. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'm feeling a bit better recently, so more videos to come. Of course, I can't promise anything because I never know if I'm gonna feel bad again, but I'm hoping, trying to keep my spirits high and hoping that I can put out a ton more videos. Really enjoying the game right now. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure to like the video, subscribe for more videos coming soon, and comment below if you've ever, you know, gotten a drop doubled from Hazelmere Signet Ring, or if you've gotten a big drop doubled from these masks. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.